Hello, my name is Snipes Garner, and I am the youngest daughter of Eric Garner. I want them to know that there's a way for their voices to be heard, and in lieu of all the Baltimore rioting and looting that's going on out there, I want to basically start the youth off the right way. We're approaching the summertime, people get angry, it's hot, and you get frustrated. So let's just I want to tell them that we can turn our anger into actions and we can actually get our voice heard the right way. I want to stand in silence for 22 minutes because my father said he couldn't breathe 11 minutes, and we're approaching a year. So I'm going to add 11 minutes. Every time I do something for my father, I'm going to add 11 minutes. So if we get to 66 minutes and 77 minutes, we'll just be out there for 66 and 77 minutes.
Put your hand behind your back. I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
I would encourage them to reach out and let me know how I can do something different. Because if you're saying that the signs and marching is old school, what can we bring to the table for the new school? Like, what do we walk down the block beating drums? That's like a peace cipher walking down the block. Like, if that's your idea, let me know and let's do it, because it's going to be a way for our voices to get heard, and it's going to be a way for them to know that we're serious about these changes. I would say, in response to Baltimore and all of the rioting and loot that's going on out there, we have to turn our anger into action. We can't turn violent every time we pretty much get an injustice. There's a whole bunch of situations going on in the world, and we can't be angry all the time. I'm angry every day. I find myself very angry multiple times a day, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna go out and flip a car because I'm angry. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that, people know their rights, or if they don't know their rights, they can at least go somewhere to find out, and make sure that, the young people get their voices heard. Like, we have to turn our anger into action, meaning that we have to do things peacefully and we have to do things the right way.
Go to a young person and tell them you don't have to riot and loot and you don't have to flip cars, because that's not what we do. That's not what my father did. My father was a family man. He wanted young men to take care of their kids. My father took care of his kids until his last dying breath. When he said, I can't breathe, he's saying, I can't feed my family because I will no longer be here to feed them.
This stops today, THISSTOPSTODAY 2014 at gmail.com. And also, I'm in the process of starting the Eric Garner Foundation. We're at the bottom and we're working our way up, but basically with the foundation, what I want to do is make people aware of Eric Garner, who he was and what happened, and also provide different services to where if you feel so angry that there's somewhere for you to go, that somebody can possibly change your mind. So when people ask me why I continue to stand for justice, my response is, I continue to stand for justice because I know that's what my dad would have wanted me to do. What happened to him was wrong, and I strongly believe in what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And when you do something wrong, you should be held accountable for it. I continue to fight because I have a daughter, and she's growing up in this world, and I fear for her too. I have younger brothers, so I continue to fight for my father because I know that's what he would want me to do. I'm very passionate about what's right and what's wrong, and what happened to him was wrong. So I have to take my passion and I have to turn it into activism. And I have to go out there and make sure that people know his story. That it's not over. We have to continue. We have to stand up for what we believe. We have to make sure that our children, our children's children know exactly what to do and what not to do to not become a victim. We don't victimize ourselves. We don't ask to be victims. But at the end of the day, this stops today.
Easy way or hard way for what? Every time you see me, you want to mess with me. I'm tired of it. It stops today.